Hey, this is Movie Edge with another movie collection video. This time it's one of my favorite comedy teams next to the Three Stooges, and it's Laurel and Hardy. And I'm going to be talking about my whole collection. And actually, yeah, I think I have everything from them, except for little bits and pieces that are like really rare clips and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm gonna start off with this set from RHI Entertainment, and this came out in 2011, and this is basically all their shorts from MGM. Well, all their talkies, their sound stuff. No, it's not on here. But all their talkies. Their sound stuff was on another set that was from Image Entertainment. If you could still find them, they're all out of print. So, yeah, this one is all their talkies. And it has... I'll look at the actual thing. There's 10 discs in here, I know that. And beautiful like a digibook look to it. Got the spine. And each page has, this is disc 1. The only thing I didn't like about this was these are slip in and outs. But what are you going to do? Each one of these has a beautiful, detailed about every single short, you know, and so that beautiful stuff here. Yep. They started making movies. Actually, for example, they have their this is a French one. They made French, and they made French, Spanish, and German and Italian shorts sometimes. They would redo them for other marketing around the world. And some of these are, mostly all of them are in there. You're missing like maybe one or two that are lost. Pardon Us, right there. They filmed that like 5 times or something like that. It was a ridiculous number. And yeah, there is no Spanish version of this. There's a Spanish version, a German version, an Italian version, and a French version. That was the only one that they did all of them for. Some of them were dubbed. Some of them were, just synced up with their voices and whatever. So yeah, there was that movie. Bo Hunks, for example. This one right here is a, let's say, 4-reel short. I want to say that. A little streamlined film, probably. This one here, there is a trailer for it available, but the person that owns it didn't want to give it up without, a certain amount of money for them to use it in the set. So they didn't get that trailer in here. That's what's missing from the set. That's one of the things that's missing from the set. There's more movies here. Yep. And yeah, more beautiful. The detail to this set was beautiful. And if you're a Laurel and Hardy fan, yeah, this is worth it. And there's like Them There Hills. That short had an actual sequel called Tit for Tat. So that one's really good one to check out. The Bohemian Girl. The movie The Bohemian Girl. Actually has Thelma Todd in it. If you're a Thelma Todd fan, you know who that is. And Darla Hood from The Little Rascals also appears at the beginning of that. That's really cool. Let's see what else. This is disc 8. Got Swiss Miss on here. Good film from them. Way Out West. and Our Relations, another good film that they did dual roles in. And then Blackheads, my favorite one. It's actually a remake of an older short that they did. A Chumps at Oxford. You have two versions of this. And the first version is a streamlined film version. It was like 42 minutes. But at the time, Hal Roach seen, because that was like their last, they went on to do an independent film. That was pretty much the last one that they actually had to do with Hal Roach, and Hal Roach asked them to come back because, Oliver Hardy did actually do a movie after that. It was called Zoonobia, I think, with a line. It was a story about an elephant, and he was a vet. Yeah, and he finished his contract up like that. Stan Laurel's contract finished before Oliver Hardy's. So what they did was they went to RKO and made a movie called, I have it right here in my cheat sheets, Flying Deuces. And that movie for RKO made a lot of money. And Hal Roach seen that it made a lot of money, and he called them back saying, I'll put you under contract for, a little bit more. Could you film some more scenes for A Chump at Oxford? So he refilmed and extended it to a feature film of 63 minutes. I don't know, but I seen both versions. One version has stuff in it that the other one doesn't. So, whatever. It's a very entertaining film though. Saps at Sea is another one that he made. It's a 57-minute movie, not that long at all. And then finally, this is the, let's see, yeah, this is the last one. This is like the bonus stuff here. A tribute to Laurel and Hardy, which has people like, a tribute to Laurel and Hardy, blah, 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 blah. That's a documentary with, okay. It's a documentary, and they interview such people as Dick Van Dyke, Jerry Lewis, and some others. Because Jerry Lewis, he was friends with Stan Laurel towards the end of his life, and so was Dick Van Dyke. Dick Van Dyke actually did Stan Laurel's eulogy at his funeral. So yeah. On Location with the Boys, that's trippy. It's someone that is a documentary about all the locations that they did in California. Laurel and Hardy guest appearances. This is where the bonuses are. This is a short right here where they did a guest appearance with Zazie Pitts and Thelma Todd, where they did. It was a comedy team that Hal Roach put together, and they worked for Hal Roach as well, and they did a series. Well, they stuck Laurel and Hardy in one of their shorts as a guest appearance towards the end of it, and it was a good payoff bit. And what other shorts did they do? They did Wild Posies, which is a Spanky McFarlane short. It was a little rascal short, but he got top billing on that one. And they made a little guest appearance from some props left over from Bratz. The short where they actually played the children and the adults. Yeah, that was actually a really good short. On the Wrong Track was a Charlie Chase short. He also worked for Hal Roach, and then later he went on to do Columbia shorts. And they did a hitchhiking guest appearance on there where they were just hitching for a ride, but he doesn't pick them up. Good short as well, if you haven't seen it. Then there's another one that they filmed for the United States Department of Agriculture. It's called The Tree in the Test Tube. Of course, there's no copyright on this anymore, so anyone can put this one out. This is the 11-minute version. There's a 5-minute version. companies put out on there, which I'll probably show in another release that I have. And that was filmed in Technicolor. Yeah. And then they got the Pete Smith to narrate it, which Pete Smith worked for MGM doing his own series of shorts. So, yes. This set I highly recommend getting. The only thing that's missing from this set, which would have been nice, the original Bratz. They have the reissued version on here, where when it got reissued to theaters, they used a different, beginning. Hal Roach purposely did that when he released shorts. The original Bratz is on the UK version of this set. But the UK version is really a big set, like this big in a box. I have that set. I actually downloaded it, the whole entire set, a long time ago, from the UK, when it was brand new. People were putting it online, and you could download the whole thing. But if you had a certain type of program, you download the whole thing, so it would actually be the actual disc. The actual disc would be, you could download the whole thing, but it took forever to download. I don't even remember how many. I think there was 10 disc set or 12, something like that. And yeah, so I got the whole set, but it works, but it only works in like one of my players on a computer. So yeah, it was worth doing until this one came out, and then I replaced it with this. But the UK set has a German trailer for Pardon Us. They're speaking German. They also have the original version of Bratz, which I told you about. And there were some other little bits and clips in there that you cannot get on this set. Copyright reasons, I guess. And, yeah. The only thing missing from this set is, other than that, I think is the other foreign versions of Pardon Us. So, which is really not necessary to get because they were all exactly the same. But watching them speak another language was really, it's a treat. I mean, it does have subtitles on here. So you're not going blind and saying, oh, and just watching this. No, there's subtitles on here. For the foreign ones, at least. That set is a terrific set. And it's actually up in price on Amazon. When I got that, when I got this set, it was about, I don't know, 20, 25 or something like that. Now it's about in the 50s. So, yeah. Here's another one right here. TCM put out. These are the movies that didn't end up on the set. These are MGM stuff and Hal Roach stuff that did not end up on that set because Warner Brothers owns them. And this set is really good, and this set's going out of print because of the fact that it's jacked up in price on Amazon as well, and you could tell when something's going out of print. What this set has is The Devil's Brother, Fray Diablo is what it's called, and which is a musical. It was a musical. It's a musical film, and then you have Bonnie Scotland. Out of those two movies, they're both great, and yeah, there's too much. I'm trying to read the information on here as well, but there's better information on the inside. Let me check it out. Good stuff there. I'm gonna read this off to you. I'll show you inside first. Picture discs, artwork. Now I really wish they would put this one out on Blu-ray as well as this set on Blu-ray because it would look phenomenal. What's on this set is, like I said, it's both Hal Roach movies. One put out by MGM, the other one put out by Hal Roach. And you got, what was it? The Devil's Brother, Bonnie Scotland. Those were made. I can't find the freaking years on this thing. The Devil's Brothers 1933 and Bonnie Scotland's 1935. So, yeah. But other things they did at MGM is on here as well, but it's all owned by Warner Brothers. There's a movie that they were in 1929, just when sound was kicking in, and it was called The Hollywood Review, and it was hosted by Jack Benny, and it was a bunch of like vaudeville stars and vaudeville acts, and Lauren Hardy did a little bit on there called the Magic Act segment. It's probably something I did live on stage a lot, but it never ended up on any of their movies. And yeah, so that's one that, you know, although these movies, all of them but one are available on Warner Brothers archives. The second one is a Rogue Song, which is a lost movie, but there is one fragment, like there's clips available, but the whole movie's lost. So I don't understand how that happened. And they actually put the clip that that Lauren Hardy is actually in. Now, Rogue Song trailer is not in here. The trailer does exist, and it's online if you want to see it. Just look up Rogue Song, and it's got more Laurel and Hardy in it, which I don't know why it's mysteriously not on here. Maybe it's copyright reasons. Someone owns it. I don't know. And then Hollywood Party, which is a great film. Not really the best film, but it has like a ton of comics in there. From Jimmy Durante to Three Stooges are in it, to Lauren Hardy's in it. And they're in there, I think, twice in this movie. They have two segments in the movie. And that was from 1934. And then you got Pick a Star, which is another, movie that, it doesn't really, it was just something to MGM put out, so they have like a bunch of cameo stars in it. And there's two segments, no, there's actually three segments from them in that movie, which is actually, it's better to see these clips than the actual films themselves, because the actual films themselves, they're long and drawn out. So, yeah, and that was from 1937, Pick a Star, which is actually available. All of these are available on Warner Brothers archives, except for Rogue Song, because it's a lost movie, and only that little fragment clip is available on here. That's it, and the trailer, which you could probably see on YouTube somewhere. And also on this, there is also another documentary. There's another documentary on here called Added Attractions, a Hollywood short story narrated by Chevy Chase, and that's a TCM feature-length documentary, which is actually good. They talk about the Little Rascals, Warren Hardy, the Three Stooges, and dozens of other comedians that made shorts at that time. There's really nothing else on here. There's some theatrical, I think there's some theatrical trailers on here as well. So this is a great set if you could find it. Once I found this at Big Lots. I got this way before Big Lots, but I found it at Big Lots once. I should have grabbed another copy of it if I knew it was going out of print. This is a great one. If you find it, decent price, highly recommend to pick it up. Next, this is another movie they made in between these movies, and it's a Hal Roach movie, also released by MGM. It is March of the Wooden Soldiers, otherwise known as Babes in Toyland. And this movie right here is on Blu-ray from Legends Films, but they colorized it, and I really don't feel like buying that one. This one is restored and remastered beautifully, and I don't even know if this one's in print anymore. I have to actually check this one out. This one was a hard one to find. I found it brand new, factory sealed, Amazon. There's artwork, but there's really nothing special about this. I don't know, there might be a trailer on here, but I don't know. But this was, yeah, beautifully restored, beautifully remastered. And the cast, it's Victor Herbert's March of the Wooden Soldiers, Babes in Toyland. And it's a kind of like an opera type of movie where they're singing, which the Rogue song was part of that series too. But yeah. So if you're ever interested, you find this copy. I highly recommend you pick this up. Very good, crisp, clear picture. Next, one that I was talking about earlier, that they made after they were finished with Hell Roach Studios and their contract was up. They went to RKO and made a movie called Flying Deuces. This one is on Blu-ray, and it's from Network. And I want to say this is a UK release. I think it's a UK release. Doesn't say on here. I'm taking it. It's a UK release. It's all region, in case you're wondering. It's got special features. I can't understand why they wrote this. Special features, a German version of this. So I think it's a German trailer, but I can't read it because it's in German. There's an image gallery on here, and there's some other stuff. And this is a pleasant restoration because it has the actual RKO beginning at the beginning. Beginning at the beginning. RKO sign at the beginning. Most copies, for some reason, they cut it out. And I'm going to show you the inside because I made this a double pack. And I originally had this version from Kino, which is actually a really well restored version, but it didn't have the RKO at the beginning, and it kind of like irritated me. But the specials on this disc, I highly recommend to pick it up just for that. That's why I saved this disc instead of throwing it and just instead of selling it. The special features, I saved the back of it. The special features are okay. Stolen Jewels, which was a comedy short, I think by Paramount or whatever, and it was shown at theaters, and it had like a cast of like Buster Keaton, Barbara Stanwyck, Joan Crawford, Gary Cooper. There were some little rascals in there, Irene Dunn, and of course Laurel and Hardy has a small part in that short as well. There's a Laurel and Hardy like home video or a whole movie kind of thing where they were in the United Kingdom doing a a tour, and there's some footage of that in there. It's really cool. And then they got a version of A Tree in a Test Tube again on here, but it's a 5-minute version. It's just Laurel and Hardy. They cut out the other stuff they were talking about at the end of it and stuff. And there's an episode of This Is Your Life, which I want to say it's Oliver Hardy, and it's the original 1955 aired 28-minute show with a commercial in there. I think there was a commercial. Original French trailer to Flying Deuces as well. And they got poster gallery and still promotions. So, yeah, the Kino version is a good version to find. I don't have the original artwork to it. I just saved the back. I cut the back off and I put it in there. But yeah, the This is the Blu-ray version from Network. It's all region. That's what sold me on. I'm like, oh, it's all region. I'm just gonna get it. And the back of theirs is just, they show the lobby cards. If I could do this without dropping it. They show the lobby cards. Yeah, see what I did? I just took it out of the other one and I just placed it in here. So that's how I did that. Yeah. So, I mean, both versions are good, but if I had to choose, I don't know, I'd probably the Kino one because it's got better bonus features. But if you're looking for crisp, clear picture quality, go with the Blu-ray. This one has good quality too, but it's a little edited. So, yeah. And it, yeah. Now, the next ones I'm going to talk about is also Warner Brothers releases. And Air Raid Wardens and Nothing But Trouble, which they worked at MGM. They went to 20th Century Fox. They made 6 films there. But while they were at 20th Century Fox, they went back to MGM and did 2 movies in between. So they're kind of busy guys. And this one includes theatrical trailer for one movie. I forgot which one it was. And it's got, I think it's got subtitles. Yeah, there's subtitles on here as well. Air Raid Wardens is one of those, World War II type of things, and finding Nazis and stuff and trying to beat them. And that came out in 1943, and 1944 came Nothing But Trouble, which is it's not that great of a film, but it's definitely worth the watch if you're a Laurel and Hardy fan. It's got some great artwork on it. It's not a flipper disc, it's a regular disc. So there you go. These should also be on Blu-ray, but now you can either get this by itself, which is still at a decent price, or you can find it in a 3-pack with 2 other movies, with 2 other comedy groups, comedy teams. One would be the Three Stooges. There's 2 movies from the Three Stooges on it that only Warner Brothers owns. And then there's Abbott and Costello, 2 movies that only Warner Brothers owns. They're MGM movies. So, yeah, this is well worth getting as well. For the special features, not much, but if you're a Laurel and Hardy fan, complete your collection. Yeah. Next, I'm going to talk about the 20th Century Fox collections. Now, these are still available. $20 range, a little bit more than that. And there is 3 movies on each. You got Great Guns, you got Jitterbugs, you got A Big Noise. Each one of these has special features on it. But The Big Noise has the best special features on it. And it's a documentary, The Sons of the Desert, which is a Laurel and Hardy convention. I think it's still going on. If I'm wrong, leave a comment below. And audio commentary by some book author. Still photo gallery original theatrical trailer. So that's all on this one. And 74 minutes, 1944. And yeah, each one of them has artwork in it. And this little, each one of them has little pull-out section with a bunch of stuff to read. And track listings. They don't make this stuff like that anymore. Yeah. That's why this set is very excellent set. Moving on to the next movie. This is Jitterbugs. This one doesn't have as many featurettes on, special features on it as commentary again. Still photo gallery, a Fox Movie Tone news reel, and original theatrical trailer. Okay. Inside again, same stuff. They spent time on this set. And Great Guns. This one is one of their better ones too. At 20th Century Fox. You got special features, still gallery, and you got a commentary. You got Fox Movie Tone newsreel again, and the original theatrical trailer. There you go. That's that one. That's the first volume, which, if you think about it, these movies weren't that long. Each movie was probably 74 minutes, and 73 minutes. So they probably could have doubled up on these and either put 2 discs on one. You know, they could have probably put them on 1 disc each, and whatever. They only made 6 films, so that's volume 1. Volume 2. No, volume 2 is a little bit harder for me to find at the store than volume 1. I don't know why, but this one has something loose in there. Can't read it. Dancing Masters, Bullfighters, which is their best one at 20th Century Fox because they had freedom to do what they wanted. The rest of these films, they did not have that much freedom. This one, they had freedom because this is the last film. A Haunting Room Will Go, another good one. But the thing is, what 20th Century Fox was, they can work there, but they didn't have as much freedom as, say, Hal Roach Studios did give them. And, yes, multi-special features on this. A Ship's Report, which was an interview with them on a European trip, I think. Laurel and Hardy, the Fox Years. It's a little documentary. And a Tree in a Test Tube again. Plus movie tone, news footage, and commentaries. So I'm going to actually, if I can get this out, I'm going to actually show you each one of these discs. We'll start out with Haunting We Will Go, which has a Tree in a Test Tube again, and Fox Movie Tone news footage, and original theatrical trailer. Now, I think one of these Fox Movie Tone news didn't have audio. The audio would go in and out, so they didn't have it completed. It was missing something. But this movie is 68 minutes long. And of course, what do you got? Beautiful artwork. And again, another note thing. The Dancing Masters. This one has the feel of a Hal Roach movie to it. And this would probably be my 3rd favorite one in here. It'd probably be like Bullfighters, Dance Masters, probably my 2nd favorite one, and then the other film, Great Guns. So, yeah, it goes in that order, and then the other 3. It's got great stuff on there. This one's got the Ship's Reporter featurette on there. It's got the Grand Hotel, the 1932 Laurel and Hardy tour featurette, which is I don't remember. I seen it, but I don't remember. Original theatrical trailer, and yeah, this is 64 minutes. They get shorter as they go on. Yeah. the last one, my favorite, something loose in there, The Bullfighters. And this one has commentary, Lauren Hardy, the Fox Years featurette, and the original theatrical trailer. This is a great story, and it was not written by them, but Stan Laurel basically he directed some shorts at Hell Roach Studios, and this one he had a little bit more freedom to say this is funny, this is not funny, and blah blah blah. The reason why they had that freedom was because this was their last movie, and the reason why it was their last movie is because Fox, that was the end of their contract, but Fox didn't want to renew them because they weren't making B movies anymore. These were all considered B movies, and so Fox said, sure, freedom at your last movie. Yeah, so this is a 61-minute one. They keep going down, but this is like the best one out of all of them. Oh, that's what was rattling around. Advertisements. Bullfighters, same thing, great. And yeah, if you haven't seen it, you gotta see the Bullfighters. Now, there's something else I wanted to say about this set that I went on Amazon to see if any other country has released these. Germany has released them all on Blu-ray, but it's all German writing on the box and stuff like that. I didn't really want to feel like getting those, and they're expensive. Denmark did release 3 of these movies already. I think it was these 3 first. I think they're going to release these probably as well, but the prices are ridiculous. They're like $28 a Blu-ray and stuff, and they're region B locked, all of them. Even though I have a region free player now, it's too expensive. So maybe Fox will put these out eventually on Blu-ray. If not, I'm happy with these sets. All of them are really pretty much remastered. All these movies are restored really good, except for A Hunting We Will Go. For some reason, that movie is a little bit not so good. But that's that. Then Lauren Hardy, after their contract was up at 20th Century Fox, I have another one to show you. At 20th Century Fox, then they went to do live stage appearances and tours and stuff, and up until Stan Laurel started getting health issues, and they stopped doing that. Well, Stan Laurel was feeling better in about 1949, 1950, and they decided to make a movie, not here in America. It was filmed overseas, and it was called blocking this because I already showed that. Utopia, or originally called Atoll K. It's on the back here. This is a good time release, so it is still available and very cheap too. The reason why I got this is I could get this in other places, but this one has, well, it has the original RKO on for Flying Deuces, but this one has the original everything from the movie. So from the original intro to the movie and original outro, everything. The ones that are basically sold here, they actually will take it and edit it for some reason. I don't know why. They edit the credits at the beginning. This movie was made in 1950, and the real interesting thing about this movie is the entire cast, I think, spoke different language than Lauren Hardy. I think it was Italian. I'm not 100%. I think they were speaking Italian, so they had to dub the cast in English. So they did their lines in their native language, and then Laurel and Hardy did their lines in English. And was probably really difficult to do, but it's very interesting. If you watch that movie, you'll notice that all the actors' lines are dubbed, except for Laurel and Hardy. They're speaking English, and you could tell Stan Laurel was kind of getting over being sick in this movie, but he still had it. He still had the comedy in him. Oliver Hardy at this point was not. He was getting ill. He was getting health issues, but still not as bad as when he lost a lot of weight. He also did a movie with John Wayne. Oliver Hardy did a movie with John Wayne. I forgot the name of it. He did a solo movie with him. He had parts in there. And he was also in a Bing Crosby movie, a remake of an older movie that Bing Crosby made during the, I want to say during the end of the 40s into the 50s, something like that. So, yeah, he did do small cameos in pictures and stuff like that. But Utopia, if you haven't seen this movie, get a copy, especially this. Get the Good Times video copy of it, because it's only available on DVD. I wish they put this on Blu-ray too as well, so it's a little better copy. Don't expect a crystal clear picture, because it's no. I got this, but if you're wondering, I just looked at the back of this. It's an all-region DVD, so if you're interested in getting that anywhere in the world, you can. That's it. I'm tired. That was the whole Laurel and Hardy collection that I have. If I ever get any more on Blu-ray, if they ever release them slowly, I'll show that. But other than that, that is it. That's all their movies that is on video. Yeah. If you have any comments or questions about anything you've seen here, or questions about where do I get this and how much is it, just leave comments, questions below. And if you want to subscribe, please do to my channel, and I'll subscribe to yours. Big thumbs up. And that's it. So remember, this is Movie Edge saying movies are your best entertainment. And get those classics. Watch those classic comedy teams, because they don't make them like they used to. Later, people. Take care.